Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to review the book The Source, Power of Happy Thoughts by Sri. Now a brief introduction of the author. Sri is a founder of the Tej Gyan Foundation. From his childhood, he had the spiritual quest which led him through various schools of thoughts, teachings and practices of meditation. But he was left dissatisfied, feeling that there was a missing link. His thirst to spend more and more time in the search for truth led him to relinquish his role of a college lecturer. He undertook a long period of contemplation on the mystery of life. Finally, his search ended with enlightenment during the period around August 15, 1997. I would also like to tell you about Tej Gyan Foundation. It was established with the mission of creating a highly evolved society through all-round self-development of every individual that transforms all the facets of his or her life. It is a non-profit organization which is founded on the teachings of Sri, and it has centered all across India as well as in other countries. Now the book is a self-help book, and it primarily teaches us how to live a good life with the help of our mind and thoughts. Along with this book, you get a free DVD in which the author explains about the similar concept by him own. Now the author books are divided into different categories, and this book comes under the category of practical books on applied spirituality and self-help. The author had wrote 35 other books which are categorized as spiritual masterpiece, self-help treasure, new age nuggets, profound parables and children's classic. Now a brief summary of book. The book is divided into 3 parts. The first part is creation. Now creation, that is the sutras to understand the third dimension. These words may sound a little complicated, but they are just the simple terminology which is given by the author, which is divided into 7 sutras. So the first part is creation, which is divided into 7 sutras. Now sutras are nothing but thought rules. So in simple word, I can say that there are total 7 thought rules which are called as sutras. And each sutra is followed by question and answer session, which highlights some of the questions which the reader might came across while reading the book. Each sutra along with the question answer session, they are of around 7 pages. So this is the basic idea of what the first part is. The entire part 1 will teach you the power of our thoughts, explain you the thought rules and how thinking affects our life. These 7 sutras tell you how we can create our dream life or fulfill any of our desire with the help of our thoughts. There are some exercises which are given in some of the sutras which can help us to understand the concept better and apply the concept. Now it also tells you that the problem, the difficulties which we face outside, they does not merely lie outside, they actually lie inside of us, and that we can definitely heal ourselves with the help of our thoughts. Now the second part of the book is source truths. That is, now here we have 7 mantras. In part 1 we have 7 sutras. Here we have 7 mantras. That means there are 7 source tools. Now you may have the question, what is source? That you will figure out when you will read the book, and the book is all about that. So this 7 mantras basically tells how to create happy thoughts and how to get rid of negative thoughts. And each mantra is also followed by question answer session which highlight the major questions. Now these 7 mantras, it will teach you how to control your thoughts, then meditation and its benefit, accepting certain things in life, how to make our mind peaceful, how to clean our mind. Now I have a suggestion for the second part of the book. In the second part, there are total 7 mantras, and these mantras need little understanding. So what I would suggest is read 1 or 2 mantras in a day. Then after reading all the mantras, just pick up 1 or 2 which you find easy. Try them and then use the same as your source tool. Now why I am telling this is because I personally found this way a little useful for me because when you read all the mantras, you may get confused with those. So it's better to choose one or two. So I choose Can I Accept This and I Am mantra, which is comparatively easy for me than other ones. However, your choice may differ, so choose the one which you find easier. Now, you may find the second part of the book a little complicated as compared to the first part. So use the tip which I have told you and it will definitely help you. Now, the third part of the book is creating from the source. What creating means is that it includes the application of the sutras and mantras and the concept which we have learned or read so far. So in this part, there are 3 case studies. First is a case study for student, second is the case study for spouse, and third is the case study for job seeker. Also, at the end of the book, there is a summary for the first part and summary of the second part. Now, coming to the review of the book consists of 224 pages and the writing style is medium. The classification of the book make it easier to read and understand. Examples given in the book further adds in simplifying the concept. The examples are written in italics format and key points are highlighted in bold. There are blank pages after every subtopic which allow for the reader to write your notes or for note making. At the end of the book, you will find the information about the author, the information about organization and details about his other books. So overall, I can say that the book is good and concept simplification is a plus point. Now my recommendation, self-help books are generally meant for everyone. But I recommend this book to someone who wants some changes in their life, to someone who are dealing with mind issues like getting irritated more often, that kind of person, and to students also. Now, this is not a quick read book. It requires a little patience to understand the concept. Also, it is mentioned in the editor note on how to read this book. The reader can read this as a monthly retreat because it has 30 chapters. So, one chapter can be covered in a day. My favorite line from the book is, "You have the power to change everything." It is on page number 15 and it is part of the introduction, The Power of Happy Thoughts. Now my takeaways, what I took from this book is that our mind and our thoughts, they have an immense power, and if we use this power properly, we can create wonders and can live a happy and content life. So let me know in the comments down below what you found interesting about the book, what are your takeaways, and what is your favorite line from the book. Now I found one question and answer that is on page number 171 to be a little interesting. So I would just like to read it for you all. It's a part of mantra 4. Can world peace ever be brought about? A highly evolved society can be formed when everyone assesses and operates from the unshakable flame of peace. Imagine a society where individuals give priority to self-realization and assessing the higher consciousness first, where businesses exist as an expression of the self, where the key department in every government is the Ministry of Higher Consciousness, where all nationalities and races coexist happily and resolve their differences through dialogue and vision, where importance is given to the common thread of consciousness in all religions rather than sectarian belief and myths, where movies and media promote happiness, non-violence and love, where differences in man and woman are cherished and each take on their unique role at work and at home, where children are taught how to assess the peace within and how to fortify their character with kindness and compassion. Such a society is possible if the unshaken flame of peace within us is assessed. The glue that binds such a society is already there. It is the consciousness in which societies and members of their society exist. Assessing that consciousness and letting the light of peace shine is the answer. Now let me read the blurb of the book for you all. 7 rules and 7 tools to create a perfect life effortlessly. There are 3 key aspects to a human being's life, that of doing, feeling and thinking. Most of us are interested in what we are doing and how we are feeling about it. But the third dimension of thinking is more important. Through this book, Shirshri, author of several best-selling books translated in more than 11 languages, imparts 7 thought rules to help create a perfect life, one brimming with health, wealth, love, discipline and peace. Join thousands of others who are learning this new art and science of thought yoga to enhance your physical vitality, financial abundance, social harmony, mental discipline and spiritual growth. Beyond the third dimension of thinking, feeling and doing lies the fourth dimension of being. Since your being is the foundation for everything, it is called the source. Imagine not being clear about your own source, but that is what is happening. If the third dimension is often ignored, the fourth dimension is even more often unknown. When this part of you is assessed through 7 source tools laid out in this book, harnessing the power of your thoughts, feelings and action becomes effortless. Learn from Shirshri, a master of practical spirituality, the mantras to realize the source and the sutras to harness the power of happy thoughts. That's all about the review. I hope this video will help you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Any comment or suggestion, please write it in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel Author Books Reader for more such reviews. Till then, see you all in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.